Hello viewers, welcome once again to my channel. This is Teacher Jaja on the series Resumption Preparation for Teachers. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate those that have subscribed to my channel, those that are sharing, those that are following, and the likes I've received so far. Please, if you're yet to do so, please kindly do so. Thank you for being my fan and thank you for supporting me. We're doing this together to support the teachers. Please, if you're yet to follow me, kindly do so. Subscribe to, please like my video, follow me and share, as well as hit the notification button so that you would be the first to know that I've dropped a new video. So today I would be giving you tips on how to manage your class as a classroom teacher. Remember in my last video I said that being a class teacher is a whole lot of work. It's another job description on its own. It's different from just being a subject teacher, and I highlighted some of the responsibilities the class teacher is saddled with. And when we look at it, you would agree with me that it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. So I'm just here to do what, to encourage you and to give you tips that will help you succeed as a classroom teacher. So if you're just seeing my video, I've done several videos that I think it would be beneficial and necessary that you go watch them before you come to this one. That way you'll be able to have a holistic view of what I am doing. Thank you for doing so, and thank you for watching my video. I appreciate. Thank you for the support you're giving me. The support is giving me real positive vibes to wake up and do these videos just for you as a teacher. So thank you for being a class teacher, and if your role is being a class teacher in your school, I would agree, or I would not say you're just not doing anything or it's just a regular job. No, it's not just a regular teaching. It's quite more than that, and I'm here to encourage you by giving you tips. So before I go into that, if you want other educational services like training of your teachers, recommendation for resources, okay, interviewing teachers, or recruiting teachers for your school and other educational services, please do what? Please reach out to me via this WhatsApp number 08117442244. I'll take that again, 08117442244. With that, I will be able to respond to any of your requests. Please remember to comment or send me a message if you have any questions or have not touched the part that you're really concerned or bothered about. So before I go into what I'm going to do, I would like to share my book with you. This is Exploring Mathematics for 2 to 3 year olds. Schools that have used this book have recommended it, and they have also given me testimony that is quite good for children at that age. Remember, children at this age do not really have resources in the school, so this helps them a lot. So if you need copies, the number I just called a few minutes ago, just chat me up on that number and then book for the copies that you want. That's Exploring Mathematics. We also have Fun Phonics, level 1. This helps children with phonics activities, getting them ready for reading. So this is Fun Phonics level 2. I had to break them down into smaller units to help them. Then we have Fun Phonics level 3. You will really enjoy the activities in this book. People that have used it are really happy that they bought the book. And we have Fun Phonics level 4, still on helping the child to understand phonics progression. And then, wow, to help the child to really read, we have Fun Phonics level 1, Introduction to Reading 1, and I also have Introduction to Reading 2. With these, your child or the pupil in your school would really be able to do what? To engage themselves and understand reading process. So if you need any of these books, please chat me or via WhatsApp on 08117442244. I'll take that again, 08117442244. Thank you for being part of what I do here. We're just here to do what, to support the teachers. So what are the tips? What I'm bringing today is tips on how to help you succeed as a classroom teacher. What are the tips and what are those things you need to do for you to succeed as a classroom teacher? No matter the age of the children, the first thing you need to do as a classroom teacher is create classroom routine. Now, a lot of children work with routine, and routine is very, very effective with children. When they come into the class, what's the first thing they do? So, the first 2 weeks of resumption, what you should do is establish a class routine in the first 2 weeks. By the time after 2 weeks, going to the third week, the children would have mastered the class routine. That way, it will take off a lot of work from you. Like, where do I keep my bag when I come in? Where do I put my books, my homework? Where do I submit my homework when I come in? Where is actually my seat? After that, what do I do? So when once you establish a class routine, wow, it will actually help you with your job. Then another thing you should do as a class teacher is have what is called helping hands. You know, children like to do little things in the classroom. They like to support the teachers. They like to assist their teachers. So when you give them responsibilities in the classroom, like you are in charge for where they're younger, like in the early years, you're in charge of tidying up the classroom when we're done with a particular activity. So you see the children just get busy tidying up the classroom. That's where they're helping you. If they're in the primary, you can actually give them a responsibility. So if you have 2 to 3 children, so in this classroom, you're in charge of keeping the class clean. For example, you're in charge of picking up the pencils after every activity or after every class. You're in charge of this routine and that routine. So you just have those helping hands. Those helping hands come handy and they're very good in supporting what you do in the class. That way you're not overwhelmed with a lot of things. You can also have a to-do list. This one is like a do or die affair. It's something you shouldn't miss, because if you don't have a to-do list, you're going to miss a lot of information. You're going to miss a lot of time-bound activities or time-bound information that you should give out, and then you might forget to do a whole lot of things because you are the class teacher. A whole lot of things are there for you to do, so you need to have a to-do list. What do you do before you close the previous day, or when you walk into your class first thing in the morning? You outline in order of priority activities or routines or things that you should do. Is it information you're giving out? Is it feedback you're supposed to get? Is there a child that needs certain things? Some children can actually come in and they need to go take drugs, or they are they need to take certain kind of drugs and all of that. So what do? If you do not put it down, you're going to forget and all of that. Some children might have certain kind of conditions that you need to pay attention to. Maybe they need to eat at a particular time, or they need to take liquid at a particular time, or they need certain kind of attention at a particular time. If you don't write this down, you would forget. So you need to have what? A to-do list. Now, another tips I would like to give to you is never send information in a hurry as a class teacher. If you send information as in a hurry as a class teacher, you might end up shooting yourself on the foot. So please, as a class teacher, never send information in a hurry. That means if that information needs to go out 2 days or in 3 days, you need to have that information now. Then you need to go through that information. Be sure the information is correct. Be sure you're giving it to the right child. Be sure, because sometimes you just see class teachers, because they're in a hurry to give information, they mix up information. Maybe the school would have given letters to be given to different children. So if you're doing it in a hurry, you can give this letter to another child, give the one for this child to another child, and you end up messing up the whole information. And parents might have information about other families that they're not supposed to have. So it can be what? It can be messy. So never give information in a hurry. And whatever information you are giving, if it's a letter the school is giving to, if you're permitted to go through that letter, it's good for you to go through that letter or go through the information before you send it out, because there might be questions that you need to ask for clarification before you do so. So never send a letter or information in a hurry. Now, never leave your learners unattended to. This is where class teachers also make mistakes. Before you leave your classroom, please get someone to sit in for you. If you're going for 5 minutes, if you're going for 10 minutes, please get someone to sit in for you and let the person know what is the next thing the children should be doing, so that they won't just be sitting down waiting for you doing nothing, and time is what it's going. So never leave your learners unattended to. Now, another thing you need to know as a class teacher is escalate accident to the appropriate authorities. When there is an accident in your class, some teachers want to cover it up because they don't want issues. The truth is, no matter how young the child is, if it's a bad accident, something can just come up. Is that the child gets home and the child is ill and the parents come back fighting, or the face is swollen or something. So please escalate every form of accident, even if it doesn't have physical impact on the child. It's good for you to do what? Escalate to the appropriate authorities and then inform the parent before the child gets home. That way, when the parent is pre-informed and you have told the parent what you did and how you manage it, it gives the parent confidence, it gives the parent trust in the school, in you as a class teacher, and it helps the parents to know where to follow up from. Now, also have a copy of the school calendar in your class. It helps you to follow through with school events so that you're not lost. For example, you're supposed to have a class presentation or anything. Sometimes you're so overwhelmed with work that you come to realize it a day to that day. And you may not have invited your parents if they were supposed to be invited. You may not have prepared the children. So by the corner of your class, ensure that you stick up a copy of the calendar. It will also do what? It will also help you. Now, as a class teacher, remember that you should be friendly to your parents and your children, but remember, the parents are not your friends. I'm sure you're going to be surprised at what I'm saying. So be friendly with the parents, be someone that they like to talk to, be someone they can trust, be someone they admire, be someone they like to leave their children with. But one thing, remember that the parents are not your friends. If you make them your friends, you're going to really do what? You're really going to mess up a whole lot of things. Now, always confirm information from appropriate authorities before you send. Sometimes authorities or the management might give you information to send. Before you finally send that information, confirm if you should send it. Because sometimes they might change their mind and not remember. And then before you know it, boom, you sent the information. That's why I say don't be in a hurry. Confirm, cross-check. Boom, you sent the information. And before you know it, they're coming back to tell you, oh, you should not, don't send that information again. And lo and behold, you sent it. Please always cross-check, double-check, confirm before you do what? Before you send the information. Now, as a class teacher, you need to read body language of children and body language of parents. It is important. Some children might be under your care and something is wrong with them and you do not know. They might be under your care and they're sick, you do not know. You're just busy doing what you're doing. God forbid a child slums. So read body language of children, even that of parents. Read facial expression. Now, why do I tell you this? Especially for the mothers. They might be telling you something else, but they mean something else. So they tell you what the problem is, but under the disguise of another thing, especially when it's a negative feedback. If you're not very careful to get details to verify what they're really saying, you might be treating it on the surface, but they would have been wounded, offended, pained, and all of that. Before you know it, they start withdrawing the children and they blame you for it. Another thing you should do is never give unapproved services to parents. As a class teacher, parents will come tempting you with unapproved service from the school. Please never give them unapproved service from the school. So when they ask you for what is not approved from the school, please find a way never to give them that service. If you give them, they will tell another person, and then other people will come doing what? Demanding. And when the chips are down, they will do what? They will sell you out. And then don't also receive unapproved favor from parents as a class teacher, even as a teacher. Don't receive unapproved what? Services or unapproved favor from parents. When you receive it, they would make you do what you're not supposed to do, or they will make you give them unapproved service. So before you think of getting that favor from a parent, think twice. It's not every favor that you should actually do what? Received from parents. And then another thing I would like you to really look into as a class teacher, never allow any child leave your class unhappy. That means at the close of school, make sure you settle everything with your children, whatever would have transpired. Ensure that the child is happy going home. When the child is happy going home, you will realize that the child will not go home telling some ugly tales about you. But if you do not pay attention to this, the child might get home and they start saying so many things that the parents might not be happy with. So what do I mean by this? Let the child go home happy and then ensure that your children confide in you and your parents do what? Confide in you. Be someone that your parents can trust. Be someone that your children can trust. When the children in your classroom trust you, they will tell you everything, how they feel. And so you're able to do what? To manage certain things within the classroom before it do what? Before it escalates. So when your parents trust you, when your children trust you, realize that so many things or tiny things will not escalate from your classroom. I believe that with these tips, you should be able to do well as a class teacher. If you're a new class teacher, you should be able to do well. If you're an existing class teacher, this should be able to give you awareness and tips on how to improve your class, the skills of being a class teacher. Once again, thank you for being my fan. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for following, and thank you for sending the link to other people. I've actually been getting certain kind of feedback. So please, once again, if you're yet to subscribe, if you're yet to like or follow, please do so. You would be supporting me to do what I'm doing. Once again, please don't forget to hit the notification button so that when I drop my next video, you'll be the first person to be notified. Once again, thank you for being part of my little classroom, and thank you for supporting me. If you want to reach out to me for other services, for other educational services, please chat me up via WhatsApp on the number 081 17442244. I'll take the number again, 081 17442244. Once again, thank you for being part of this little classroom. Bye bye, and see you in my next video.